Hope you guys like some Frightfur and some Numeron, because there was actually some rogue that saw play this weekend at the Remote Duel Invitational. Make sure you guys smash the crap out, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So we're going to be talking about the Remote Duel Invitational today for everybody. And some of the things that kind of stuck out. So out of nowhere here, there were 4 Praying Kids in this event. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, Praying Kids I thought had pretty much gone to the wayside. I haven't seen hardly anything at all for Praying Kids. And then you come to this event, and all of a sudden, there are 4 of these that players have chose to play, being the second highest representation in the room, which is kind of interesting, all things considered. Now, we had 4 Zodiac variants for this event. That seems pretty high. 3 Tri-Brigade, 1 Eldritch variants across the board here. Okay. I mean, all things considered, I guess that makes sense. I mean, honestly, Tri-Brigade's the best variant, but okay, so nothing too out of the ordinary there. 3 Dinosaurs. That feels a bit much, honestly. Not really surprised to see that doing that crazy well, but alright. We had 2 Dragon Link. Yeah, okay, 2 dragons. One was Dragon Link and one was Dragoonity Link. Actually, Dragoonity Link ended up getting top 4 out of this event, which is kind of interesting. I'll have that list here for you guys in a second. Then we had 1 Drytron. Drytron has been doing very, very well at higher tier events, or at least on the local level recently, and it's been one of the highest placing decks across the board here for some reason for this invitational. Only 1 duelist decided to step up here. And since this was a higher tier qualification event, we had Frightfur and Numeron here for you guys. Winning the event and taking down the clear victory here was, first place was Tri-Brigade Zodiac, which is kind of interesting. We had, what was it, double copies of Dragon Link, both of which, well, were pure, and the Dragoonity variant. So you pick your poison across the board here, and you got the chance to see both variants doing relatively well. And then Dinosaur ended up getting second place out of this event, which also kind of says something here. Dinosaur climbed up through the ranks for this event and said, I want to stay in here, which means Dinosaurs beat Dragon Link. And then in the overall grind, it was the Zodiac Tri-Brigade, piloted by Sam, that ended up locking down and taking the victory for this tournament. Which, once again, Tri-Brigade Zoo being the broadcasted best deck doesn't really surprise me all that much. We've been seeing a lot of crazy power in that deck, and especially when you come down to the variants and things and how we're setting up the format here, everything looks pretty standard for this. Alright guys, we're going to pass it on over now for the deck profile segment of this video. Alright, the first list we have here is 9th place. This was Isaac J's Frightfur Eldritch list. And we've been seeing the whole Frightfur Eldritch concept going around for a very long time at this point. Being able to just feed off of your spells and traps for no reason whatsoever is literally your free advantage system. To see this duelist get 9th place actually was really nice. Standard Edge Scythe plays. You guys know what you're going to do. You're going to get to wail during your opponent's turn, get some sort of interruption. Your opponent's just going to look at you and go, what am I supposed to do about that? Like, that's not fair. And I understand at the end of the day that that doesn't necessarily feel the fairest here. I also see we're packing in the triple copies of Necro Fusion here. That way we'll be able to get those interruptions on the opponent's turn because, hey, by banishing just free materials from the graveyard, you'll be able to set them and do what you want. Also, we are playing the Lilith Lady here in the side deck to give us access to those Necro Fusions so that we can play during the opponent's turn. Also, very nice splash of Phantasma here. Actually, looking at how this event was going, I think Phantasma was actually a pretty gosh dang good call for this event, all things considered. So, hey, we also have the Drolls down here, and we're also playing the 1 Frightfur Meister. This card comes up, I think, in every side deck I've seen for this particular list. But outside of that, nothing too crazy, man. This is pretty straightforward for what I want to see for the whole Frightfur. Can you even consider this Eldritch because we're just playing the small variant of this? But alright, next up here is Emmanuel Lilly's Numeron list. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys, I never really see any change from this. Emmanuel got 13th out of this event, which is basically a participation medal, but I wanted to cover this and kind of showcase some of the ideas that players are messing around with. Still standard 2-ofs across the board here. Nothing really changes with that. The 2 Lightning Storm inclusion here, the double Cosmics for disruption on Eldritch. Anything else you might need. Hey, getting an end phase on a Revolt feels really freaking good. I also see that we now have the Appointer access here in the side deck for further disruption on the opponent, which is really good. We have the summon limits here in the side deck as well, which is good. And then we have the small access to the Solemn package here for the disrupt the opponent. There's been no changes on the extra deck whatsoever except for the inclusion of the Gate Sunya, which, I mean, hey, for a 1-card dedication, you just get to rip through an opponent's field, which, we take that, honestly. Like, this is really freaking good, all things considered. So, yeah, pretty straightforward for Emmanuel Lilly's list. Next up here, we have the Zodiac Tri-Brigade list, the winner of the event, Joseph here, taking it down. And I do want to point out here that we are only playing 2 Revolts now. So here's the thing with this, all right? So Bear Broom can just search this pretty much at any point. So you don't need to get too crazy with trying to play 3 of these. I think the general message we're starting to see about this. Same old standard Zodiac package here. All right, 1, 2, 3, and then bada bing, bada boom, and the Barrage. That hasn't changed whatsoever. It's also playing 2 Karas, which is very interesting as well. So I do like the limitations and things that have been put on this. Quite a lot, honestly. Like, this basically covers all of the issues that I think a lot of people really would have with a variant like this, and that's not too bad at all. Also, Mystic Mind's down here to slow down that game state so you get the chance to play the game. All right, nothing else too crazy about this. Definitely also Apo down here. I don't know how many of you guys ever think about that, but all right. All right, so this is Dragoonity Link. This was Elise Davis's list, effectively top 4 here for you guys. So we are playing a very small Dragoonity package here. So we have the Legatus, the Phalanxes, and the Remuses here. And then that gives us access to the Dragon Ravines. Now, much like standard shenanigans with the whole Dragoonity package here, basically this ups your... I want to say ups your consistency. It does create more bricks, though, which are more, you know, points for you to get choked out by, like, a Droll and Lockbird or an Ash Blossom interaction that might not quite be so favorable in your opinion. But with this build, you do get access back to the Buster Lock here, which will allow you to mess up your opponent's day even more. And honestly... yeah, it's been a while since we've seen DMZ Dragon and Buster Sword here making waves. So, very nice to see that this build did good. Mike here, this was the other Dragon Link list. This ended up losing in top 4, which was kind of sad, but can't really do anything too much about it. We are on 1 chamber and 2 copies of the Tidying here. Nothing too crazy. We are packing back in the Gamma package, though. I had seen Gamma kind of take a back seat for a little bit of this format, which was actually kind of sad. I really do like what we can do with some of, you know, the hand traps like this, but seeing that that's pretty much made its way back into the format. Also, the Dark Rulers down here in the side deck instead of the main deck. What was it? The last Extravaganza, we were seeing full steam ahead with Dark Ruler and O'Moores in the main decks for those build-a-boards, but it looks like we've seen that shift back for this build where we're opting to not do the craziness that was for that. So, nice little shift in that regard. I'll take that, all things considered. So, yeah, this was top 4 for you guys as well. And then we also have 5th place here. This was the, I believe this was the high, yeah, this would be the highest seeded Prank Kids. This was Jake P's list. So yeah, we have the alphas here for more disruptions for going second. TC Boos found their way back into the builds, which is very, very nice. Very happy about this. See, we're actually playing the Rip Roar and Rooster. I know a lot of people just kind of opted to just not play this. We're on triple Meow Meow Meow. I think some of the earlier, later builds were also trying to only go like 2 of these, which was very interesting, but we're maximizing on that, which is very nice. Outside of that, nothing too crazy really sticks out about this list. So, hey, we're also back to playing Instant Fusion right now, which is very good. So, from where I stand right now, the format in the Rogue department is pretty alright. Remember, this was a 16-man event. These were the Invitational duelists that stepped up to the plate to test out the waters of the new format, and we will see what interesting inclusions will come out here in the future. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash it, love, crap out, subscribe, and so you guys don't miss out more content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day. Peace out, guys.
Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well,
I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCall40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCall40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcallgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.